Maureen loved curry fries, and I had to take this. Everywhere we went, she had to stop and get her curry fries. The Macaulay house, which is up the road here. Sister Macaulay, what's her first name? I forget. This building and the one behind me was a convent that she founded in Ireland when she founded the Sisters of Mercy. This is the Tara, the hill of Tara, Cashel, the ancient. Now this is the northernmost part. No, that's Blarney Castle. I'm sorry. You have to get down on your back, lean over, kiss the stone, and I had to do it twice because I said to the girl, "Would you take my picture?" Well, she didn't get the camera right, so I had to give it again. But you're about 110 feet up in the air, looking down. On the Celtic crosses, when the people couldn't read, so they put like stories from the Gospels carved in there. So this is Kilkenny Castle, a round tower inside of Kilkenny Castle. Powers Court, which is in County, am I going too fast here? Beautiful, beautiful estate. I would go there and recommend that to you. You'll see the towns in Irish and in English. And this is taken back when they were in miles. Now they're in kilometers. And this area here, I'll finish up with. This is the west of Cork. One of the favorite places is over here at the Kenmare River, and right here is Coolock Bay. What am I pointing here for? You can't see it up there. There's an artist and writer's retreat there called Anam Cara. Anam Cara is Irish for soul friend. And I've been there a couple of times. And Jen Hill and I taught a writing workshop there for a week. It's a beautiful place. I would recommend going to the west of Cork. There we are there. This is in Castletownbere, which is not 8 miles from Aries. This is the harbor in Castletownbere. And going out one day to Achilles, it's just a rugged place. Now, on the Beara Peninsula, do you know the brothers who were killed on the same ship in World War II, the Sullivans? There was a famous movie made of it, too, the Fighting Sullivans. And it was after that the United States said, you can't have all the brothers from one family, together in battle. But their grandparents were from here. If you go to Waterloo, Iowa, there's a museum honoring the brothers. They all went down on the ship that was hit by the torpedoes. Let me go back a minute here. See that thing up on the right there? We climbed up there. This is what it is. This is the place, Anam Cara. Duck pond around the side of the house, the Cascades. Looking back at the town of Aries, small village. And the town in the Beara Peninsula, there were only 5 surnames. There was Sullivan, McCluskey's, Harrington's. I forget the other 2, but it's amazing. See how rugged that part caught a rainbow. This is a place called Healy's Pass, and you'll notice it's a really steep. The picture doesn't do it justice, but it's a narrow road and it goes climbing up. And you'll hear people talk about fairy rings. So we went out here and we found this. These stones are there for nobody knows how long, why, but they refer to them as fairy rings. I was fascinated with tide pools and some sheep. And I don't have a poem with me, but Coolock Bay really impressed me. And the mist crashing off the rocks was one of those lines that come to you, and it stayed with me. So I had written a poem about it. And then here's some mist rising up off the water. And there's so much more. Do I have to go? I don't know. What can I say? Anybody? I'll keep going. It's 1 o'clock, 5 after 1. I read you the flag. I notice here in America when we have this crazy St. Patrick's Day parade and all they really desecrate the flag with their T-shirts and things like the one a few years ago. I forget what bar it was from, but they had the Irish flag, and in the center of it they had a mug of beer. Now, if you did that to the Stars and Stripes, there'd be hell to pay. You know? But for some reason, but that flag that you see, which is a tricolor, green, white, and orange, has a meaning, and it came from an 1848 rebellion that was not too successful. It was a revolutionary year, 1848. And the flag was designed by a man named Mayer, M-E-A-G-H-E-R, Thomas Francis Mayer. And the green represents the old Gaelic order. When you, up until the 1600s, before the British actually really did push them out. And the orange represents William of Orange, the Protestant part of the country. And here's what he said about the white in the center. The white in the center signifies a lasting truce between the orange and the green, and I trust that beneath its folds the hands of the Irish Protestant and the Irish Catholic may be clasped in heroic brotherhood. Well, that didn't happen to a degree anyway. There's so many other things. What? Anybody? Huh? Yeah. What happened in 1916? 6 people. Oh, you know, the Irish Declaration of Independence is, I think, the only declaration in the world that mentions women. It says Irish men and Irish women, which is really something. And in the early days of the church, back in the 1100s, you know, you'll hear it's the land of saints and scholars, but it's not. That ended about 1,000 or so years ago. But Ireland has, I forgot to mention too, 4 Nobel laureates in literature: George Bernard Shaw, Samuel Beckett, William Butler Yeats, and the latest one in 1995 was Seamus Heaney, the poet. But there are so many other writers. In the first part of the 20th century, I think there were 6. There was Sean O'Casey and Joyce, and all of them were internationally recognized.